Passover, or Pesach in Hebrew, is a feast that commemorates the slavery of the Israelites in Egypt and their ultimate exodus to freedom. This story has shaped Jewish consciousness and values, and is just as relevant today for all humankind as was many years ago. It is worth noting that Passover is the oldest continually celebrated Jewish festival till this day. The primary ritual of Passover is the Seder, which means order. It is an evening meal that involves eating several symbolic foods, including matzah, bitter herbs, maror, parsley, karpas, dipped in salt water, and a sweet paste called haroset. The Seder's rituals and liturgy are laid out in the Haggadah, a book with prayers and questions. The purpose of this meal is to relive the experience of the Exodus from Egypt, to pass down the communal memory of the foundational Jewish story, and to reflect on the theme of being freed from the Egyptian slavery to freedom. The Passover Seder plate traditionally has 5 or 6 items, which each represent a part of multiple parts of the Passover story. Matzah, unleavened flatbread. On the Seder plate, 3 of them are placed on top of each other on a plate or napkin and then covered. They represent 3 groups of Jews: priests, Levites, and Israelites. Zroa, more commonly known as a shank bone, this is a piece of roasted meat, which represents the lamb that was the special paschal sacrifice on the eve of the Exodus from Egypt. The zroa isn't eaten at the Seder. Beitzah is a hard-boiled egg, which represents the pre-holiday offering that was brought in the days of the Holy Temple. Maror and hazeret is a number of bitter herbs which symbolize the bitterness of slavery. Freshly grated horseradish, lettuce, and endives are most commonly used. Then we have haroset, a paste which is made from a mixture of apples, pears, nuts, dates, and wine. It represents the mortar and brick made for Pharaoh's monuments by slaves. Karpas is a vegetable, usually parsley, which represents the back-breaking work of Jews when they were enslaved in Egypt. As you see, every piece of food on the plate has its own individual symbolic meaning, and it helps to tell the redemption from slavery through the senses of sight, taste, and feeling. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov said that the exodus from Egypt occurs in every human being, in every era, in every year, and even every day. Experiencing the Seder meal makes this point very real and helps to remember every day, but especially during the time of Passover, Pesach, that with God we can be freed from any type of slavery to freedom. Pesach Sameach.